Hey, what's up, guys? So I thought right now, I was walking around here downtown, and I walked past an Equinox. So I was like, why not we go in and do a review of Equinox? And obviously, it's gonna be a good idea. There's a bunch of things we can look at. We can look at the fitness part, and it's also a very interesting business. Not just the business of Equinox itself, but everything going along with that company. It's a really huge company, and we're gonna talk about a lot of that stuff. But first off, let's talk about Equinox as a whole. Now, it's known to be a sexy place, a high-end place. People are paying more to go here. But the funny part about it is that no one talks to each other in here. It's just the most bizarre thing. Even in a fitness class, people are like just sitting there mad, waiting for the class to start. You know, you have people all around, using equipment. Obviously in a gym, gyms are known as social environments. But of any place I've been to, Equinox tends to be the least social of any of them. Now, I've been to a few in California where people know each other. There's social media people there, so they're all talking to each other, saying hi to each other. But the ones in the city, it couldn't be like the furthest difference from that. So that's one element of it, that even though you're paying for exclusivity, for access to an environment, a certain type of people, you're not going to be talking to those people. So besides that part, let's look at what else is going on in here. All right, guys, so we're here on the inside, and one thing you'll notice is that this is a really chic, high-end place, and that was the major turning point that Equinox made. It used to be a place for old people. It was started by a guy in real estate, an old guy, Steve Ross. He owns the Miami Dolphins. So he put an Equinox in all of his office buildings. But the major turning point happened when they made it more of an upscale lifestyle brand. You see their upscale stuff here, the fancy leather, the sexy clothing, the sexy model, and all that stuff. So that was the major change that happened, and that's when the company took off. Now, that's just the, I would say, the marketing element of it. But another big part that you really need to know and understand about Equinox is the business end, the business aspects. They get a lot right in that area too. Now, it was a company that was properly funded. You see a lot of knockoffs these days, a lot of little gyms, chic places. None of them can capture the upscale environment Equinox does, because Equinox is an offshoot from a major multi-billion-dollar real estate company. And that's the big difference, that you can't have a place that appeals to the high-end market that's going to be justified in its high prices unless it has the financial backing to pick it up. Now, what are the changes that the company's made now that it's gotten big? They've also started to hedge their bets. You have to always be thinking in business, what's going to be the next thing that puts us out of business? So these guys were at the top of the market. They went and they acquired Blink, which is at the bottom of the market. That's somewhat of a hedge. Now, what's another thing that could hurt Equinox? The explosion of group fitness, things like Better Body. So to hedge that bet, they bought SoulCycle, they bought that new boxing place, Rumble, that's popping up all over the place. They made an investment in them. So they're making little bits of investments into all aspects of fitness to make sure that no matter what direction it goes in, if high-end starts to drop off, if group classes get bigger, then they're have a firm position there. If the low-price fitness gets big, they have a position there. So, whatever you want to say about the environment here, I talked about how it's not as personable as Better Body. You can't knock their business end. They know what they're doing. Hey, what's up, guys? So we just checked out Equinox, and wasn't that fun? I think it was cool. You could consider Equinox a competitor, but not really. It's like I talked about, that if you're looking for a place to use equipment, not be bothered, then that's the place for you. If you're looking for top-notch training and a community and just a place you look forward to going, we have Better Body for that. So the competition aspect, in my opinion, really isn't there. So What's left is that Equinox is a great business to look at, to learn from. In fitness, so many people are lazy and sloppy. There aren't that many great companies out there, but Equinox is one to look at. So a few things you learned is our differentiation in the market. If you're thinking about Better Body as a business, if you say you're interested in the franchise part, then you need to know what's the difference between Better Body and all the players out there in the marketplace. So I hope some of that became clear to you. Also from, whatever business you're in, that's another key thing you need to be thinking at, that what's your place in the marketplace. Now, besides that, we looked at some of the things that have made Equinox successful. Their marketing, their ambiance, the fact that they're well-funded, their strategy and diversification. So a really well-run business. Their guy, their CEO, Harvey Spivak, he did such a good job that he got a promotion. So it's a great company to learn from, and maybe we'll be able to get Harvey on the Better Body show sometime soon. So I hope you love that one, guys. I hope you enjoyed, maybe a look into a place you've never been before, but don't worry. I'm checking out Everyone Fitness, so you're not missing out. So that's it for this episode, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.